Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumple1. No, I haven't gone over to the dark side. If you watch my other video on thrift store finds, you know I picked this up for about 50 cents at the thrift store. And so I figure when I do these videos about Barack, I put it on there. I need to make a red circle with a line on it. Then I think there won't be any mistake that you think I might have, gone over to the dark side. Well, the election results are in, and the Republicans have taken control. Now what? Well, first, the spin doctors. It is incredible the chutzpah that these people have. The spin doctors are saying that the Republicans being elected to take over the House and the Senate means that the people want Congress to work with the president. I want you to ponder it. Let that sink in. The fact that the people voted in Republicans, so they now have control of the House and the Senate, and that's supposed to be a signal that they want Congress to work with the president. Okay, are you done laughing and rolling on the floor? Because that has got to be the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, if the people wanted Congress and the president to work together, wouldn't they have voted out the Republicans so it would all be Democrats so they could all work together? I mean, that's what makes sense. But these spin doctors are just incredible at what they can do. And the question is, are the American people going to buy it? Or how many of the American people are going to buy it? And then, I heard on the radio today that this isn't a Republican victory. What this is basically a Hillary Clinton victory, because the Republicans are going to make such a mess of things that she's going to be a shoo-in for president in 2016. Once again, where do these people come up with this stuff? I mean, are they smoking something? Now that I'm on the subject, here in the great state of Oregon, come January 1, recreational marijuana is going to be legal. You can grow up to 4 pot plants. You can have up to 1 ounce. You can smoke in private places. You can give another adult, 21 or older, up to 1 ounce of pot. It's going to be interesting. In fact, I want to go on record because I haven't heard anybody else say this, so I want to get this out there first. I want to look at the registration for those marijuana cards, the medical marijuana cards. I want to see if that registration goes down in 2015. It'd be interesting. Personally, I've never used it. I have no intention of using it, but I don't believe it's my right, that I have the right to tell somebody else what they can and can't smoke or drink or any of that stuff. I believe in freedom and liberty. I think, my subscribers, watchers who've been with me for months or years know that. But back to the election. Now that the Republicans are in, are they going to do anything? Are they going to do anything? Are they going to repeal Obamacare? Do you really think they'll do that? Are they going to seal the border? Are they going to kick out the illegal aliens and, build a fence, put some teeth into the Border Patrol, and ICE? You think that's going to happen? You think they're going to get rid of the overbearing government regulations? You think they'll reduce the size of the government? What about taxes? You think they'll get rid of taxes, lower taxes for all of us? I read somebody had sent out an email, and they're saying no. It's like meet the new boss, same as the old boss. I tend to agree with them. Even though Bonner today is saying, that we're going to get rid of Obamacare because that's what the people want, but I don't think they have that 2/3 majority to do it. Are they going to stop Obama from doing executive orders and using the Constitution as a piece of toilet paper or a piece of, kindling or something, fire starter? Are they going to make him, are they going to put him in his place and say, hey, you need to follow the Constitution? You think they'll do that? Or do you think what they'll do is kowtow to all the corporate interest that funded their campaigns? You see, according to the polls, only 1 out of 3 eligible voters voted. So Barack Obama's saying, well, 2/3 of the people didn't vote for you, so they must like me. And in my other video on voting, I said that I can understand why people don't vote. I have some friends, associates, who don't vote. I can understand them. I really don't berate them about it. Personally, people died so I could vote. And it would just be, their death would be in vain. It would, their death would mean nothing if I don't vote. It's just that simple. So I take it as a responsibility, a civic responsibility. I take it as something, it's a debt to those who came before me that I should, carry on. And personally, it's my chance to voice my opinion in a way that actually gets counted. Because even though there has been some voter irregularities, such as votes not being counted because they say the signatures don't match, and I mailed in my ballot, so I'm going to need to call up the elections department and make sure my vote got counted. Because, see, we had a couple of close races here. One for county commissioner, and if they didn't count my vote, well then, that's one vote that the guy who lost didn't get. So, like I said, as far as voting goes, it's something very personal. But I think, as an American, it's part of civil responsibility. And see, that's something that's not really taught anymore. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on entertainment versus education. But the thing is that parents should be teaching their kids that, there's just certain things that a good citizen does. Now, if the parents aren't good citizens themselves, then they can't pass it on. But I think most of the people here watching are good citizens. Yeah, I could be wrong. Might be a couple bad guys out there. If you are, please stand up and let us know who you are. Nah, just kidding. But, because I guess, some people might consider me that. But the point is that this guy, he's got to go. I mean, sooner rather than later. It'd be nice if they impeached him. I mean, they've got plenty of things they could impeach him on. Just throw his butt right out of the White House. I mean, I'm sure there'd be a lot of people rejoicing in the streets if that were to happen. But as far as this election, I mean, 2 out of 3 voters staying home, not participating, especially when you can mail in the ballots or drop them off at City Hall. I mean, it's just, that should just send a clear message to the president, to Congress, to all the elected officials that people aren't supporting government. They don't believe in the system anymore. They don't believe in the process. It's up to these elected officials to act in a way that restores faith in them as individuals and the system as a whole, so the American people can be proud once again. You see, we got too many people who aren't proud, who don't have pride, who don't take responsibility for themselves, who don't say, hey, all I want is a chance. I don't want a handout. I don't want any special treatment. Just give me a chance. Just give me a fighting chance. And you see, that's something else I'm going to talk about in that, entertainment versus education. Because I think in the past couple of generations, kids growing up in, say, the 90s and the 2000s, that American spirit, that drive, that grit, for the most part, just wasn't instilled in them. So, my fellow Americans, I salute you if you voted. If you didn't, I understand. I'm not going to berate you, but I might try and gently prod you. Next time, vote. Get out there and vote. And if you do vote, try and influence a couple people to vote. Say, come on, you can do it. Otherwise, there's only one other alternative, and that's to wake up and smell the tyranny. This guy has got to go.